Hi everyone, my name's Christina and I'm the owner of Showcase the World Travel. Today I'm giving you my 5 best suggestions for surviving the Florida thunderstorm.
Showcase Suggestions, where I share travel tips and lists of 5 to help make traveling with kids a little easier.
So a few years ago I went to Walt Disney World with a good friend of mine who had never been to Disney World. And I was so excited to bring her on her first trip, and about a week before our trip she showed me the weather forecast and she was freaking out. She's like, it's gonna rain the entire time we're there, it's gonna be thunderstorms. If you aren't a regular visitor to Florida, you might think that that's going to put a huge damper on your vacation. But what you don't see is that those thunderstorms usually only last about 20 minutes. There's usually one a day and they last from they pop up for about 20 minutes between 3 to 4. So you can usually set your clock by the thunderstorm in Florida. So you want to make sure you're prepared for that. One of the best tips I have is to plan a break for that point. So I talked about it in the heat video, which I will link to here. You want to take a mid-afternoon break to get away from the heat. Once that thunderstorm hits, it definitely starts to cool off. So you take a break and you head back out after the thunderstorm has passed. You can hang out by the pool while you wait for it, take a shower, take a nap, and then head back out. You can also, an alternative to that is to plan a dining reservation for around that time, so you're inside during the rainstorm. Another big one is to pack ponchos. You can buy ponchos in the park, but they are going to be pretty expensive and they're not really disposable. So you want to bring the little ones from the dollar store, or I buy cases of them on Amazon, pack a bunch, and then just as you need them, use them and then recycle them. You can use them to sit on when a bench has been wet after a storm, or you can use them for a ton of different things, but wear them during the storm and then take it off, and you don't have to put it back on, or you don't have to store it. You just recycle it and grab a new one. I think that is so much more comfortable than packing up a wet poncho, just being able to get rid of it. So number 3 is to plan your shoes accordingly. So always pack an extra pair of shoes. You might get stuck in a thunderstorm, and then if your sneakers don't dry by the next day, you have to put on wet sneakers, and that could be so uncomfortable. You're gonna get blisters. I feel like my husband does this every single time. He never brings his second pair. He always has to put on wet sneakers, and then he complains the whole time. I pack multiple pairs of shoes. I alternate them so that my feet stay comfortable with all the walking, but it's great when it rains as well. You don't have to put on wet shoes. I also, if I have a backpack, I don't do this if I have just a little crossbody for that day, but if I have a backpack, I put in little folding flip-flops. So if my shoes get wet and they're uncomfortable, I have my little flip-flops I can put on. I also put them on if I'm going on a water ride. So they're a really, really great thing. If you have extra space, pack that pair of flip-flops with you. Another thing to do is just embrace it. Have fun. There's gonna be no lines. Just put on your poncho, put on your little hat. I like to wear a hat underneath my poncho so that I don't have to keep holding it down over my head. Your hat, your poncho, and just have fun. You're prepared, you have the right shoes, you're ready to go. Get in line for your favorite attraction. Everyone else is gonna be leaving. Enjoy it. The last thing I have to add is to know what attractions are indoors. I have a great resource that I put together for getting out of the heat. So some great places to sit in air conditioning. They're also great places to escape the rain. So if you want to get that cheat sheet, you want to head to showcasetheworld.com/heat cheat sheet, and that will just kind of go through all the places that have indoor attractions that you can sit, relax, and wait out the storm. Most of the attractions are about 20 minutes or so, so if you're heading in there, you usually just have a few more minutes to wait it out. So they're by park, so you'll know which one is closest to you when the storm hits. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll see you real soon.
Need help planning your next family vacation? Visit us at showcasetheworld.com to request a quote or schedule a free vacation consultation. Want more great travel tips? You'll find those there too.